you're going to end up doing part of 3 concept builders on momentum. Just wanted to, it's going to look something like this. And some details some folks seemed to not notice. But the idea is on these, and read the directions, but you're trying to, on these, say which one is violating the law. And so, like if you look at this, before the explosion should be equal to after the explosion. So before the explosion, there's no arrows, so they're sitting still. So the momentum, which would be mass times velocity, would be 0. After the explosion, it tells you within here that each unit of velocity is equal to every other unit, and it's shown by these little blocks. So this would have a velocity of 3 going to the left and a velocity of 1 going to the right. And it says that the bricks have the same mass as the carts. So we could easily get the momentum here is 1, 2, 3, mass of 3 times velocity 1, 2, 3, 3 times 3 to the left. And then we would have a mass of 1 times a velocity of 1 here to the right. And so that would be 1 times 1. So after the explosion, it's saying there would be a momentum to the left of 9 and a momentum of 1 to the right, which would be absolutely, unequivocally not true. That would violate the law of conservation of energy, because your net momentum there would be to the left 9 minus to the right 1, for a total of 8 to the left, which would not be equal to before it, which was 0. Down here we have 0. So this one would be not true, and you would click that and it puts like lines across it. Down here we could look at it, and we have 0 before the explosion, and then after the explosion we have 1, 2, 3 masses times 1, 2 velocities. That would be 6 momentum to the left. 1, 2 masses times 1, 2, 3 velocities would be 6 to the right. This one would be true. The sum of this would be 0. Negative 6 plus positive 6 would be 0. That is how you complete. A couple of those are similar. You're looking at before the collision and after the collision. The key thing is the momentum before, and then this is the second concept builder, what you would see. These should be equal to each other, and you can count the bricks, count the velocities, and you can see what the momentum is before and after. This final one down here, the third concept builder, you'll see some questions with tables. Read carefully. The idea is that momentum before is always equal to momentum after. Total system would always be, the total change is going to be 0, but whatever one is losing, the other is gaining. There's a couple different kinds of questions in here. You would see one like this. One of them you have to be real specific, and you have to read the scenario and calculate before and after and use signs. And again, you should always get 0 down here at the bottom right, because the conservation of momentum law states so. Thank you. I hope that makes sense. And please let me know if you have any questions.